Hi everyone, my name is Betty. Thank you for joining me. So as you can see, I have a chair. So this is another chair flow, but we're going to be off the chair, but we're going to use the chair for stability. So we're not going to be getting up and down off the ground. We're going to be using the chair for forward folds, for our side bends. So if you'd like a little bit more, but not as much as getting up and down off the ground, then let's just do it. Over explaining myself. Okay, so come to stand. If you'd like to face your chair with both hands on the chair, option. Or if you'd like to just stand to the side and just have the chair there, then you can, okay? Feet, I would say hip width maybe a little bit more. This is just, won't challenge our balance as much. So you can, in this position, actually close your eyes and feel a little bit more stable, okay? So, soften the gaze. If it feels good, close the eyes. Notice gently your feet on the ground. Just tune into your knees. If you've locked your knees back, maybe just soften them a little bit. Just invite a small bend into the knees. And then draw your attention to your pelvis, your hips. Are you sticking your hips out? Maybe see if you can just tuck them in a little bit. As you do that, you might notice actually invites length in the spine. Shoulders are nice and soft down the back. And once again, the crown of the head is just up, the face is open, the collarbones are open, so that we can just start to really deepen the breath. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, feel the whole body. And as you exhale, let the body soften and root down to the ground. Inhale and exhale. And then just allow the breath to come back to center. We're going to do some taking our arms out to the side and up. So if you need to keep one hand on the chair, just alternate between the right and the left hand, which is what I'm going to do to demonstrate, okay? Alternatively, use both hands. So inhale, maybe start with that left arm. Exhale, hand back down to the chair. Inhale, right arm now goes up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last time. And exhale. This time we're just going to draw that left arm up. And then we're just going to side bend towards the right. So keeping equal weight in the feet again. We're just opening up the side of the body. We're not trying to get to the right side. We're just opening up. Come back to center. Right arm, goes up. And then once again we reach. And then just a little side bend. Come all the way back to center and release. shoulder rolls, just up and back. If it feels good to take the hands off the back of the chair, please do. If you'd like to just keep them gently resting on the back of the chair. There's never a need to ever put yourself in a position where you feel uncomfortable, because as soon as you do that, you are going to be feeling some sort of stress in the body, and that's not going to really help you get into your practice. Just rotating the shoulders one way and the other in your own time, soft through the knees, and then come all the way back to center, hands on the chair or by the sides. We're just going to drop the chin towards the chest. Think about sending your shoulders back, not up, just back. So imagine you're trying to pinch a pen between your shoulder blades. Opening up collarbones as much as you can, tucking your chin towards your chest. Release the shoulders and then draw the chin up, and then keep going, lifting the gaze, looking up overhead, and then just for a moment completely relax the lower jaw. It's quite hard to talk like this, so just enjoy it. Enjoy the silence. Close the jaw, come back through to center, and then let's release the left ear towards the left shoulder. If it feels comfortable and you would like to, you can bring that left hand to the top of the face. Now I'm not pulling, I'm simply resting my hand on the top of my head to add just a little bit of an extra weight to encourage a little bit more of a stretch. I'm not pulling my head down. Release the hands, gently roll the chin down the chest, and eventually bringing right ear over right shoulder. And then you can stay here, or perhaps you bring that right hand on top of the head. And then gently release, roll the head back to center, gently bring the head and the neck up. Keeping the hands on the chair or hands on hips. I'm going to do some hip circles. So just start off nice and small. I actually like to bend my knees a little bit. And compared to when we were on the chair and we did this and we were noticing the from the left sit bone to the right sit bone, we're now noticing it in our feet. So we're going from one side of the feet to the other, to the heels, to the toes. So just take a moment to really tune into that kind of sensation, grounding you here. Get nice and big. This is actually my favorite thing to do. Hip circles. Releases any tension in the lower back, the hamstring and the glutes area. So if you sit a lot, just standing and doing this for a few minutes is good. It's really, really good. Wherever you are, reverse the circle. But start off nice and small. Remember that breath as well. Inhaling as we open, exhaling as we close. But don't get caught up in the breath. Just don't overthink it, don't panic. if you notice you're not breathing like that, just see if you can. Gently come back through to center. Hands on the chairs, and we're going to bump the hips towards one side. So draw the feet just a little bit closer together, okay? And we're just going to bump the hips to the right. And as you do that, make sure the knees are nice and soft. So we're kind of making a little crescent with the body. If I come to a side view, okay? And you might notice that the weight is coming off of the left foot just a little bit. Gently come up through to center, and then let's do the other side. Soft in the knees. You can do this with straight legs and really do that. Just be really careful if you are doing that. Just thinking about stretching out this kind of area, top of the hips, side of the hips, where your IT band is. And then gently come all the way up through to center. Any wrist rolls, any excuse to get a wrist roll in, I think. It's brilliant. Our wrists get neglected a lot, so just roll them. Hands on the chairs, we're going to just lift a leg, doesn't matter which one, and just rotate the ankles. One way and the other, and then release, and the other side. Remember, if you need to check in, dropping a foot on the floor every turn, please do. Make sure you change the direction of the circle. And then gently, gently come back through to center. Let's do some half salutations. Okay, so you're going to want to be arm length away from the back of that chair so that you can fold down. We're not going to fold down towards the floor. However, if you'd like to, you can. So just, find what works for you. I'm going to use the chair as support, okay? So hands arm distance away in front of you. If it feels possible, release the arms down to the sides of the body. Mountain pose. So just take a moment here. Once again, feel the ground. Retuck that tailbone. Shoulders nice and soft. Inhale, arms come out to the sides. Maybe just one, maybe both, reaching up. Exhale, hands come forward. Find the top of the chair. Here, bend the knees and see if you can just allow the head to to go in between the arms, okay? So think about bending the knees, sending the tailbone, the hips out behind you. Then release and drop the neck down. This is our forward fold. Gently, gently straighten the legs and straighten the back. So we're coming into that halfway lift. Shoulders down the back of the body. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold again. So just bend the knees. See if you can release the chest through the arms. And then push down through the feet. Inhale. Rise back up again. Arms come out to the sides. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, remember. Inhale to that halfway. So legs become a bit straighter. So does the upper back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, raise up. Remember, you can just use one arm. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, we rise back up again. And exhale, hands start, excuse me. And just release. Maybe hold the chair, maybe hands down by the sides. Wonderful. Going to come into a lunge pose. So your left leg, come a little bit closer to the chair again. So maybe so your arms are bent. And we're going to step the left foot back. And then we're going to lower the foot. So it actually is more of a warrior one pose. If you'd like to take a lunge and come up onto the actual tiptoes of that back foot, you can. Just make sure that you feel comfortable here. If you're really wobbly, make sure as well your feet are at least hip distance apart, if not a little bit more. Okay, so step back. I like to lower the sole of the foot to the mat. Good stability. Bend that front knee. Hands are on the back of the chair. Bend the front knee. And then just as you're here, just check that your weight feels good and equal between the back and the front foot. Okay, so that if you took your hands off of the chair, maybe hovering, you feel comfortable. Either both arms come up or just your left arm is going to reach forward and up, taking in a breath. So you're either just got your left arm up or maybe you've got your right arm up too. So warrior one or lunge, whichever option you've decided to take. And then as you inhale and as you exhale, we're just going to lean forward, push down through that front foot. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, up, soften the arms. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. And then inhale, release the arms, either down by the side of the body or maybe back to that chair. Straighten that front leg, take an inhale. And exhale, fold forward. And then just find hands on the chair. Pyramid pose. Think about your front hip going back and your back hip coming forward. So we want our hips nice and square. Press down through both feet. Don't worry about getting close to that front leg. Don't worry about the belly getting to the thigh. Just engage the legs. Push down equally through the front foot and the back foot. And just stretching out the muscles in the hips. Take a breath in and out. Bend the front knee a little bit and then rise up. Really good, well done. Now, right hand is going to come to the back of the chair. Left arm comes forward and up. And we're going to do that side bend, opening up the left side of the chest. But we're not bumping the hips, left or right. Hips are staying central, okay? And we're just opening up the ribs. Take a breath in. Exhale, come to center. And then this top arm is going to twist behind you, going to come out behind you. And as you do that, you're going to twist. Try to just twist the upper part of the body. Try to keep the hips square as much as you can. And then if it feels good, 2 arms come out in a T shape. If not, just hold on to the front, hold on to the top of the chair. 1 more breath. Exhale, release that hand down, hold on to the chair and step in. I like to just give my hips a little bit of a bounce, bend the knees, and then look down at your feet, hip distance, maybe a little bit more, step the right foot back, and then we're either in that lunge or that warrior 1 footing, back foot is flat. Bend the front knee, hips as best as we can, square to the front, okay? As best as we can. We're not gonna get caught up on these little things, okay? Life is too short. Okay, both arms or just the right arm comes forward and then up as best as you can. Once again, if your shoulder mobility is here, okay, stay here, breathe, and exhale. And if you can, on the exhale, gently try to lift the arms up a little bit more. Sometimes just in the imagining is enough, okay? Once again, don't get caught up on it. Definitely don't add any stress to the body. Push down through the feet. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to lean forward ever so slightly, folding. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lean forward. And then inhale, lifting up. Hands come to the hips or the chair. Straighten that front leg. Inhale, open the chest, square the hips again, and exhale, we're just going to fold forward. So when we say fold, I mean we fold at our hips, okay? So we're leaning forward from our lower back, our hip area. When we round generally from the upper part of the back, from the shoulders, that upper spine. So it's when you fold, imagine your face is going forward. When you round, your face is coming down. And folding generally will encourage a stretch in the lower part of the back, in the tops of the legs and the hips. Rounding is the upper back, obviously. And then gently bend that front knee. Next breath in, let's rise up. Keep that left hand on the chair. The right arm just goes forward and up as high as you can. And then we just side bend. Remember, keeping the weight central, going down. We're not bumping the hips to the right. We're just leaning the top part of the body to the left. Take a breath in. Exhale, come to center. And then that top arm, that right arm, is going to start to reach out behind you so that then you're turning the chest, the upper part of the chest towards the right. Try to keep the hips square. We're not opening the hips, just the space across our collarbones. And then if it feels good, maybe coming into T-shaped arms, maybe not. One more breath in. Exhale, release the hands, come back to center, and then let's step that back foot up, maybe a little bit side to side, maybe some hip circles. Fab. Okay, so let's do a little bit of balancing. Balancing, just go at your own pace and do what feels good for you. That is my key message there. So, hands on the back of the chair, not too far away, not too close, okay? But so comfortable. And first of all, what we're going to do, feet hip width apart, we're just going to think about going straight up and coming up onto our tiptoes, okay? So we're just going to lift the heels and we're just going to come up, holding onto the chair and then lowering the hips down. So just try to think about when you're coming up that you're not leaning forward, okay? We're trying to just send the body straight up. So lift the heels as you come up. And then lowering down. One more time. We lift the heels up. And then back down again. Wonderful. Left leg, we are going to send out behind us. Okay, so shift the weight to the right leg a little bit and then start to send that left leg behind you. Okay, just gently start to notice the weight going to your right foot, holding onto the chair. If you can, maybe you bring the toes off the mat. Think about engaging the glutes here, okay? So it's the glutes that as you squeeze them, that's what's lifting the foot. You're just reaching it out. We're not leaning forward, okay? We're keeping that our torso up nice and straight. And then let's release. Second side. So shift the weight to that left foot, okay? Then lift the heel of the right. So that's the first thing you do. So you've still got weight on the toes of that right foot. Then as you start to take it back, the weight gets a little bit less. More is transferred to the left side. When you feel like you've got your balance, then really engage the glutes. Squeeze, lift the leg up behind you. Doesn't have to come far, maybe it's just hovering just above the ground. And then release. Give the hips a shake side to side. Maybe lift the heels. So we're going to do that again. Option 1 is just to repeat as is. Option 2 is we're going to incorporate our arms with the balance, okay? So shift the weight to the right foot. Start to take the left foot out behind you. Once again, tune into the balance, the shift of the balance. We're not rushing these balancing poses because it takes time to feel it. So if you wobble, just come back in, okay? Maybe you take the foot off the ground, engage the glute. Maybe it's just tapping up and down, okay? Stay here, or maybe the right arm. So opposite arm to the lifted leg comes forward and up. My left hand is holding onto the chair. Maybe ever so gently, just start to ungrasp the chair, if that's a sentence. So just think about maybe my hand is on the chair, but the weight is a lot less, so that maybe I can lift it off. Maybe not. Maybe I'm still just holding it. One more breath. Exhale, release. Bump the hips side to side, circles. I like to do this just in between because it just feels good. Okay. Second side, last side. So remember our options. We've got to shift the weight to the left foot first. Both hands are on the chair to begin with. And then we start to take that right foot out behind us. Gently lifting the toes. If it feels good, maybe the toes have come off the ground. And then just stay here. This is a challenge. If you're like, this is hard work, and that's brilliant. That's fantastic. Just stay here. Keep breathing, softening, building that confidence with your balance, okay? Or the left arm comes forward and up. And then maybe that right hand stays fully holding the chair. Maybe you just start to just unpeel the fingers. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just still lifting the foot and that's where you're at. It's all good. I see you and you're doing brilliantly. One more breath and exhale, release. Side to side, lovely hip circles. And then just lift the heel of one foot and just kind of turn the ankles and the knees and the hips. And the second side. And then make sure you're standing, so you're holding your chair nice and strong. Lift the heel of the left foot, so you're bringing the knee up in front of you. And maybe you just lift and lower. And second side, so it's like we're marching. Lift and lower. Going back, side to side. No rush. We were just squeezing the glutes in. So now we're just stretching them in the other way. One more. Make sure it's equal if you can. If you've forgotten, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. And let's come back through to center. Maybe keeping one hand on the chair. Bring one hand to the belly or to the chest. Maybe you'd like to bring both. Feel your heart, your breath. Just take a moment to be super proud of yourself for showing up for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. For listening to your body, for honouring your body, for not judging. Just taking some time out for you. It's a wonderful thing. And I love sharing it with you, even though it's online. It's good. Take a conscious breath in through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I wish you all a fantastic rest of your day, week. The Light in Me honours and it sees